I wasn't born with a silver microphone in my hand. I was born in a cramped little living room in Stockholm, Sweden, somewhere between a frustrated sigh and a half-empty coffee cup. My parents, a pair of restless dreamers named Daniel Ek and Martin Lorenzen. Back then, music was in trouble. People weren't paying for it anymore. They were stealing it. Oh, not with ski masks and crowbars, but with something far more slippery. The Pirate Bay, torrents, LimeWire. Sweden, my homeland, was the capital of piracy. If you wanted a song, you typed in a name, waited a few minutes, and bam, a virus-ridden MP3 was yours. And honestly, people loved it. It was free, it was fast, it was fun. Except, of course, if you were an artist watching your royalties evaporate faster than a raindrop in a fire. Daniel saw this chaos and thought, what if stealing isn't the enemy? What if the enemy is inconvenience? That was my moment of conception. Before I was a shiny green app on your phone, I was just a prototype. Daniel would invite scary-looking record label executives into his tiny Stockholm apartment. There they were, suits squeezed onto his IKEA couch, probably wondering why they hadn't demanded a more glamorous venue. Then Daniel would say, "Watch this." He'd click a button and a song would play. Instantly. No buffering, no waiting. Faster than piracy. And the executives, their eyes widened, they leaned forward, because I was fast. Faster than their kids' illegal torrents. I wasn't just another music player, I was a dare. In 2008, I stumbled into the world, but I was fragile. My servers wheezed, my code broke if too many people looked at me at once. So Daniel gave me a peculiar strategy. Don't let everyone in. Spotify was invite only. If you didn't have an invite, you couldn't touch me. Suddenly, I wasn't just a music app, I was a secret club. People whispered about me in cafes. Hey, do you have a Spotify invite? No? Ugh, I'd kill for one. What they didn't know was that half the reason was because my little baby servers couldn't handle the traffic. But hey, never underestimate the power of scarcity. It made me feel like an underground sensation. I was the velvet rope of music streaming. Here's the irony. I was modeled on the very thing I was supposed to destroy. Daniel wanted me to feel like the Pirate Bay. Search anything, play it instantly. The difference, I was squeaky clean. No malware, no shady downloads, just pure, beautiful sound. Think of me as the polite cousin of piracy. I wore a tie, shook your hand, and also made sure artists got paid. Then came the big boss level, America. By 2011, everyone told me you'll never make it there. The labels will eat you alive. And honestly, they almost did. The labels demanded mountains of cash. Investors hesitated. My dream of crossing the Atlantic wobbled like a badly tuned guitar. Enter Mark Zuckerberg. Yes, that guy. Turns out he was a fan. He loved me so much, he helped weave me into Facebook. Suddenly, I wasn't just an app, I was a social event. Your friends could see what you were listening to. Awkward, yes, but viral. That move saved me. Without it, I might have been nothing but a Swedish footnote in tech history. Now, let me tell you something about Daniel, my father. He wasn't your typical flashy CEO. No expensive suits, no popping champagne in nightclubs. He lived like a monk in a modest suburban house, coding, strumming his guitar, and muttering about fixing the music industry. Sometimes I think he loved me more than himself, which, considering how much coffee he sacrificed to keep me alive, might be true. As I grew, people doubted me. They said streaming will never make money. They warned artists will starve. They scoffed, why would anyone pay when piracy is free? But slowly, I began to prove them wrong. I offered two choices: stay free and listen with ads, or pay and live the sweet life of premium. Offline listening, no interruptions. Turns out people were tired of pirating. They didn't want to dodge viruses or deal with mislabeled MP3s. This isn't Radiohead, it's some guy coughing into a mic. They wanted ease, speed, safety. And me? I delivered. 2015 was a turning point. That's when I discovered my true personality, personalization. With Discover Weekly, I suddenly became more than a jukebox. I became that cool friend who knows exactly what you should listen to next. People woke up every Monday to a playlist that felt handpicked by a psychic DJ. That's when the relationship between me and my users deepened. I wasn't just background noise, I was their soundtrack. But you can't live on music alone. Well, unless you're a jazz pianist in Paris, but that's another story. So I started to stretch. I bought podcast companies, I signed deals with big names like Joe Rogan. Suddenly, I wasn't just about music, I was about voices, stories, conversations, arguments, laughter. Some people loved it, some rolled their eyes, but hey, growth requires experimentation. By 2018, I was ready to face Wall Street. But did I do it the normal way? With a big, flashy IPO, investment banks, and confetti? Nope. Too boring. Too traditional. Instead, I did a direct listing. No middlemen, no circus. Just me walking straight onto the New York Stock Exchange like, yeah, I've got this. The world gasped. It was gutsy, risky, maybe even stupid. But it worked. I went public on my own terms. Now, look at me. Over 600 million users, more than 220 million subscribers, the world's largest music streaming platform. The industry that once doubted me now relies on me. I turned ownership into access, downloads into streams, piracy into playlists. But don't think I've forgotten my roots. Deep down, I'm still that scrappy Swedish kid trying to be faster than the Pirate Bay, charming record labels in a living room, running on coffee fumes and crazy dreams. And yet, here's the cosmic punchline. People still complain. Artists don't get paid enough. Why are there ads? Why did you suggest Nickelback on my Discover Weekly? To which I say, look, I'm not perfect. I'm just an app trying to soundtrack your messy, beautiful, chaotic lives. I'm the reason your heartbreak had the perfect playlist. I'm the reason you discovered that weird Icelandic band you now play at parties. I'm the reason you had something to sing to in the shower this morning. So cut me a little slack. I was born out of piracy, but raised on possibility. I've been doubted, mocked, underestimated, and occasionally roasted on Twitter. But I survived. More than that, I reshaped an entire industry. I am Spotify, your friend, your DJ, your therapist, your noise-canceling shield against awkward bus rides. And trust me, this is only the beginning.